Welcome to my channel. I know there's something I want you to hear, and I want you to hear it with all your heart. Because right now, without you even realizing it, the woman in your life might be sending you subtle, quiet, but powerful signals, and you don't even know exactly what she's trying to tell you. Stop browsing for a moment and listen. If you've ever wondered whether a woman is ready to open up to you emotionally, spiritually, and intellectually, you'll find the answer here. Read on to the end, because there's something important you need to hear before you take any steps with her. Before you delve deeper, hit the subscribe and like buttons so you don't miss out on the psychological lessons most men overlook. You're about to enter her inner world, the world she hides from most men, the world where her body language changes involuntarily. Her voice becomes softer in ways she can't control. Even if she tries to hide it with confidence, humor, or distance, her inner feelings are drawn to you. Women don't always accept attraction directly. They express it through cracks in their emotional defenses, through patterns they expect the right man to understand. And perhaps you are that man. But no one has taught you how to read her silent cues. A woman doesn't reveal herself easily. And when she does, it's because something deep inside her is stirring. Whether it's a feeling of security, desire, respect, curiosity, or a mysterious, elusive attraction. And before you think of physical appearances, no, it's the profound energy she radiates to a man with tender feelings, which is why women learn to feign the very reason they conceal their allure. Finally, someone has lit up the room you've been floundering in for years. Well, for a while, it was like a beach of confusion. That's what teenagers do. So take a moment to breathe. Forget the confusion of the past. Forget the overthinking. Forget assuming she'll love you or that you'll end up dating another guy who hurts her. I will teach you how to delve into the depths of a woman's psyche. The signals she's waiting for you to notice. The signals she sends you quietly are because she wants you to get closer, not push you away. Stay here, because this is where the truth begins. She wants you to get closer, but she won't say it outright. Instead, she hopes to convey the truth through subtle gestures without forcing herself to reveal her innermost feelings or drawing attention to herself. When a woman is ready to give herself emotionally, intellectually, and even spiritually, she doesn't suddenly abandon her caution. Rather, she softens, she bends, she trembles. These are the signals most men ignore because they expect explicit confessions, clear actions, or radical changes. But attraction on a female psychological level doesn't reveal itself. It speaks in whispers. It doesn't manifest through desire, but through instinct, through reactions she's completely unaware of. And if you don't know what she's looking for, you'll miss the most powerful, intimate signals she can send you. If you hadn't heard about others, you would have watched her your whole life. When she gazes at you for a moment, not out of lust, but out of genuine curiosity, she will begin to value your opinion more than you ever imagined. She will allow you to participate in conversations you would never have with anyone else. Without realizing it, you begin to reflect your energy, your tone of voice, your emotions, your rhythm. This isn't the first sign. Emotional openness isn't a coincidence. It's an unconscious adjustment. When a woman begins to show a more tender side of herself, something you often expect, it's a solid foundation for her hidden desires. She lowers her voice when she speaks to you, softens her facial expressions, and tucks strands of hair behind her ears because she wants to feel more open. Even her breathing changes around you, becoming slower, deeper, and more regular. These changes stem from her feelings, not from any premeditated plan. But this is what most men overlook. When she wants to give herself to you, she pays close attention to your emotional state. She notices your sadness. She remembers even the smallest details you mentioned earlier. She cares for you without looking at you. She's receptive. A woman doesn't make any emotional investment unless a man makes her feel understood, supported, and safe. And there's another sign she can't hide. No matter how hard she tries, she'll be vulnerable in the simplest and most unexpected moments. She shares her fears, admits her mistakes, and reveals her hidden dreams. Vulnerability is a way for a woman to open the door for you, to see if you will enter or leave without her knowledge. Sometimes the strongest signal a woman wants to send you comes when she is trying to hide it. Her mind tells her to be natural, calm, and to maintain her dignity. But her behavior betrays her from time to time. She is fully aware of your presence, not in a frightening way, but in a deeply unsettling one. She observes your movements without moving herself. She is persistent. She notices you entering the room, the change in your energy, and you're shifting attention away from her. Despite her feigned indifference, her body language betrays the truth she refuses to express verbally. Another subtle sign is her reaction when others turn their attention to her. She may not openly display her jealousy, especially if she's trying to suppress her feelings, but you'll notice subtle changes. Her voice is quiet, and her emotions are somewhat subdued. She withdraws for a moment, not to punish you, but because something inside her worries about losing your interest. Women rarely feel this way unless they are emotionally open with a man. It's not about control, it's about an emotional investment that develops faster than you expected, making her more sensitive to where your attention is directed. She also begins to ask your permission at the second sign. Subtle but profound body language indicates comfort. She will subtly alter her appearance when she learns of your presence, even if you don't like it. She will pay closer attention to your reactions, hoping to see even the slightest sign of appreciation for her efforts. When she deeply respects you, she becomes more conscious of how she presents herself. This isn't vanity, it's commitment. A woman only does this when a man notices her and she wants him to feel the same way. But her strongest signal to you comes through her emotional openness. When a woman begins to trust even a small part of her unfiltered thoughts, her defenses crumble in ways that are difficult to recover from. She shares personal stories, reveals her fears, speaks of dreams she rarely shares, or opens up a place where she often hides. She enters the private corners of her mind because something about you makes you feel safe, reassured, and grounded. This feeling is a silent invitation into her inner world, and one of the clearest signs of desire. There comes a time when a woman's desire for you ceases to be a mere feeling and becomes an instinct. You don't notice it in what she says, but in what she allows to happen around you. One of the most subtle signs is how comfortable she feels showing different sides of her personality. She doesn't stay in one mood. Some days she's kind, affectionate, and friendly. Other days she's playful, sarcastic, or even a little chaotic. This variety of emotions isn't a contradiction. It's part of intimacy. A woman only reveals different facets of herself when she wants the man to see her as she truly is, because deep down, she hopes to be truly appreciated. Another sign is the way she positions herself around you. She'll find an excuse to be near you. She won't be so close that her presence is obvious, but close enough to feel you. She might sit next to you, even if there are other empty seats, or she might stand next to you, even when it's not necessary. She leans forward while speaking, even in quiet settings. Rapport is psychological, and women are drawn to men with whom they feel safe and attracted. You'll notice a shift in her energy when she laughs with you, a sign of affection. Her priorities shift toward greater relaxation, openness, and honesty. She laughs longer, louder, and more genuinely than anyone else. She allows you to enjoy her company without restraint. Her spontaneous, genuine smile is a testament to her emotional openness. She's not just easily distracted. She feels completely at ease in your presence. And there's always a subtle allure that creeps in, not to deceive you, but to understand you. She poses profound questions about your values, your boundaries, and your goals. She's trying to explore the depths of your feelings, not because she doubts you, but because she wants to connect with a man she can trust. When a woman begins to explore your thought processes out of curiosity rather than judgment, she's wondering what kind of intimacy she might feel with you. But this is a sign that's often overlooked. She allows you to influence her, but don't let her control her. Influence her. She'll consider your advice, remember your suggestions, and try what you mentioned. This level of openness is very personal. A woman will only allow herself to be influenced by a man she respects and admires, and that silent ugh has a significant impact on her life. There comes a time when a woman begins to show signs of not knowing because her emotions start to overpower her reason. One of the most subtle signs is when she starts sharing details of her daily life with you in simple, regular ways. She's not sending you updates because she feels obligated, but because she wants to feel connected to you. She'll tell you about her daily experiences, her small frustrations, her small triumphs, and spontaneous moments that others might not understand, but which feel meaningful when shared with you. This is emotional connection. She draws you into her world suddenly and without warning. Another sign is that she has become very sensitive to your feelings. When you are silent, she notices that something is bothering you and understands it before you say a word. She brings this to your attention not out of obligation, but out of genuine concern. Her feelings for you are growing. A woman only develops deep feelings for a man she doesn't know completely. You'll also notice her starting to remember the smallest details about you, the ones you remember yourself. Your favorite food, a childhood story, a deadline you were worried about, the reference to goal number 4, the jealousy you once mentioned to Ram. This isn't a coincidence, it's emotional control. You cling to something you value because she begins to see you as someone important, someone worthy of attention, someone whose inner world matters to her. Then there's a way to support you. Even in subtle ways, she encourages you when you doubt yourself. She reminds you of your strengths. She supports you in conversations and endorses your point of view without pretense. She is your quiet support and offers emotional support without expecting anything in return. A woman doesn't do this for a man she sees as just passing through. She does it when she feels a deep attraction to him, when she wants to build a meaningful relationship. But perhaps the clearest sign is how she lets you see her delicate vulnerabilities. She tells you when she's worried, opens up when she feels confident, and shares aspects of her personality she often hides. This vulnerability isn't a flaw, it's a sacrifice. She reveals her feelings only in the hope that the man will play a deeper role in her life, not just remain a superficial presence. There comes a time when a woman's passion for you transforms from quiet curiosity into a deeper, more intense and instinctive desire. You don't show it, you don't express it, but you sense it in a way that makes her more emotionally connected to you. When a woman wants to give herself to you, she begins to align her inner rhythm with yours. She adapts to your pace of speech, your way of thinking, and your emotional state. This isn't pretense. It's genuine harmony. She creates an atmosphere of rapport effortlessly because she desires intimacy without coercion. You'll also notice that she's more patient with you than with others. She listens to you intently without checking her phone or looking away. She becomes more aware of your presence because something about her draws you in, even if she doesn't say it. Another subtle sign is how she begins to nurture the relationship in ways that seem subtle but are actually quite meaningful. She will be more selective about who she talks to about you. She's not hiding you, but rather that she doesn't want others' opinions to influence what she's building within you. She will cherish the moments you share. She will protect the bond you have and be more aware of how her actions affect your perception of her. When a woman sees the number 5, she's clearly looking for a romantic relationship. Her deep trust in you demonstrates her genuine interest. She's careful to protect the intimacy that develops between you. But what truly sets her apart is how easily she allows you to connect with her emotionally. She might not say it directly, but she'll start to value your perspective in ways you never expected. She'll ask for your opinion, not out of politeness, but because it truly matters to her. She'll change her mind slightly when she finds your advice logical. She'll be more open to growth because she'll see you as someone who empowers her, not someone who discourages her. Well, this kind of emotional openness is rare. Women don't show it by chance. It's a gentle and quiet way for her to express her trust in you and offer you her emotional security. And when a woman reaches this level of trust, she realizes how close she is to you, even if she's very reserved about showing it. These signs aren't accidental. These are the events unfolding. She's going through what I mentioned earlier. This level of openness is extremely private. A woman will only allow herself to be influenced by a man she respects and admires, and from whom she implicitly expects to play a significant role in her life. There comes a time when a woman's emotions begin to overpower her logic, and she starts sending signals she doesn't realize she's making. One of the most subtle signs is when she starts sharing details of her daily life with you in simple, regular ways. She's not sending you updates because she feels obligated, but because she wants to feel connected to you. She'll tell you about her daily experiences, her small frustrations, her small triumphs, and spontaneous moments that others might not understand, but which feel meaningful when shared with you. This is emotional connection. She is incredibly sensitive. She draws you into her world without you even realizing it. Another sign of this is her keen sensitivity to your tone of voice. When you're silent, she notices that something is bothering you. She understands you before you even say a word. She shows you genuine interest, not coercion. Her feelings intensify when she's near you. A woman doesn't develop deep feelings for a man she doesn't know well. You'll also notice him starting to remember the smallest details about you, details you never forget when you mention him. Your favorite food, a childhood story, a deadline you were worried about, a goal you once mentioned in a clinic. This isn't a coincidence, it's emotional control. She's holding on to a part of you because she's begun to see you as a person. This is the 6th sign, a subtle sign of defeat. She sees you as someone important, someone worthy of attention, someone whose inner world matters to her. And there's a way she can support you, even if it's subtle. She'll encourage you when you doubt yourself. She reminds you of your strengths. She supports you in conversations and endorses your point of view without pretense. She is your quiet support and offers emotional support without expecting anything in return. A woman doesn't do this for a man she sees as just passing through. She does it when she feels a deep attraction to him, when she wants to build a meaningful relationship. But perhaps the clearest sign is how she lets you see her most subtle vulnerabilities. She tells you when she's worried, she's open when she feels confident, and she shares aspects of her personality she often hides. This openness isn't a weakness, it's a sacrifice, a woman revealing her feelings. When you expect a man to play a deeper role in her life, beyond what's on the surface, a time will come when a woman's interest in you transforms from quiet curiosity into something deeper, more serious, and instinctive. You won't say it, and she won't point it out, but you'll feel it in a way that touches your heart. When a woman wants to give herself to you, she begins to align her inner rhythm with yours. She matches the rhythm of your speech, your thought patterns, and your emotional state. This isn't pretense, it's genuine harmony. She creates this harmony without conscious thought because she desires intimacy without coercion. You'll also notice that she's more patient with you than with others. She listens to you intently, without checking her phone or looking away. She seems more aware of her presence because she likes you, even if she doesn't say so. Another subtle sign is her effort to maintain the relationship in ways that seem innocuous, but actually carry deeper meaning. She becomes more selective about who she talks to about you. It's not that she's hiding you, but rather that she doesn't want others' opinions to influence what she's building within herself. She cherishes certain moments between you. She waits. She observes the strength you share, and she makes many mistakes. Men understand how her actions affect how you perceive her. A woman only waits when she sees potential in the relationship. When she feels valued, she'll be careful not to jeopardize the intimacy between you, but the most telling sign of all is how she begins to let you influence her feelings. She might not say so directly, but she'll start valuing your opinion in ways you never expected. She'll ask for your opinion, not out of politeness, but because your opinion truly matters to her. When she finds your advice sensible, she'll change her mind slightly. She'll be more open to growth because she'll see you as someone who supports her, not someone who drains her. This kind of emotional openness is rare. Women don't show it easily. It's a gentle and quiet way to express your confidence in her mental well-being. When a woman reaches this level of trust, you realize how close she is to you, even if she's hesitant to show it. These signs aren't accidental. They're proof that she's ready to share her secrets with you. That's the truth. Most men don't realize this until it's too late. When a woman reaches the point of wanting to give herself to you, she feels not only attracted, but also safe. This is a calm, steady, and unwavering spring, formed when you trust your nature, cherish your being, and realize a serenity you've never experienced before. This last subtle sign is the deepest because when you withdraw from the world, you open the door within yourself. She begins by imagining how she will feel living inside her, not as a stranger, but as a constant presence. She envisions your energy permeating the details of her daily life, how you will listen to her and respond appropriately in her kitchen, how you will look at her when she is tired, the comfort of your calm when life gets tough. A woman only allows her mind to wander to that future when she feels emotionally stable. For a woman, security isn't about control or dominance, but about stability, respect, and emotional presence. She'll also begin to tell you about her fears regarding love, not to push you away, but to test your ability to bear the weight of her heart. She'll observe your reaction. Do you listen? Do you judge her? Do you forgive her? Because when a woman wants to give herself to a man, she needs to feel that her soul is safe. Here's the aspect most men overlook. A woman will begin connecting with you without asking any effort from you. She'll initiate conversations, support your progress, and nurture the relationship because it's important to her. This is the unspoken moment when a woman chooses. Don't rush, don't pressure, and don't doubt when you see these signs. Respond with maturity, presence, and emotional balance. She's not looking for a perfect man, but rather a responsible, respectful, and self-aware one. If you feel a shift within yourself during this time, it's because you're beginning to understand what women rarely express. Now take a deep breath, pause for a moment, and move toward becoming the person you were meant to be. Before you begin, subscribe to the channel and like the video so you don't miss these psychological lessons that will help you see women with clarity, confidence, and strength. Every piece of information you learn here will ultimately transform you into a purposeful, goal-oriented, and calm individual.